Hi, I'm Eric. I found my phone and welcome to another video. Today, I'm really excited because Taylor Swift's dropping the Fearless Taylor's version tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I'm filming this actually Thursday during the day because I figured I'd listen to the Mr. Perfectly Fine prior to the midnight drop just for, ease and just, convenience for myself. But today's video is really all about the vault tracks because honestly, I feel like if I reacted to the whole album, not only is that like a really long video, but I feel like what we got from the Love Story Taylor's version is that she pretty much like is trying to make them sound pretty close to the original. So I feel like the highlights like of this drop is going to be the songs that we've never heard before. There are 6 vault tracks that we had not previously heard. One is You All Over Me, which I did a reaction video to recently. And then we have Mr. Perfectly Fine. We have We Were Happy, That's When, Don't You, and Bye Bye Baby. I believe that's them. I don't have the track list in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. But I'm going to start with Mr. Perfectly Fine now, and then you'll see me, maybe a little more tired, at the midnight drop for the rest of the songs. But anyway, let's just get into it. So since we've already heard You All Over Me before, I'm just going to start with Mr. Perfectly Fine. And I'm really excited to see what she has to say on this track. Oh, it's kind of more upbeat than a You All Over Me. Mr. Perfect Face? Gorgeous vibes? You would never go away, but he did, didn't he? I will be by your side. You said forever and always. Oh, I love the repetition of Mr. It's wonderful to see that you're okay. How's your heart after breaking mine? Oh my gosh. Casually cruel? All too well? I've been misery since your goodbye. That's such a long name. Forgets he heard my name. I've been picking up my heart, he's been picking up her. How's your heart that's breaking mine? Mr. Casually Cruel, I love that. Sashay your way to your seat. So far above me in every sense. I was miss here to stay. You'll miss me, but you'll be Mr. Too Late. Oh my god, we get a key change? Oh my god. Goodbye, Mr. Casually Cruel. Okay. I love the redemption arc here. Oh, I love how that ended. So that was amazing. Yeah, I know it's called Mr. Perfectly Fine, but that was more than fine. That was perfect. Like, that's what I need in my day. That puts a pep in my step. That's a I hate men attitude. Like, that's the vibe. Like, okay. It's definitely very upbeat. It definitely gives me a forever and always type vibe. Like, I really enjoy that, honestly. Like, that was a fun song. I can see that chorus getting stuck in my head like all day prior to, me reacting to the rest of these vault tracks. And yeah, I really enjoyed this song. I love all the wordplay. I love the, repetition of that Mr. like, describing this person by like naming them, like all the positives, like in apposition to him. Like, he's Mr. Perfectly Fine. He's, always at the right place at the right time. Like, putting all these adages onto his name, and I think that's really cool. It's very like it definitely feels very pointed. I can see this as a very like Joe Jonas type thing because Forever and Always, like it sounds a lot like that in terms of how upbeat and like angry and like seems like a very similar emotion rather than a you're not sorry like type vibe. Like it just feels more like that, like anger that she felt towards Joe at that time. I'm kind of surprised that she like didn't release this one earlier, like that she released the You All Over Me, maybe because of the Maren Morris like drum and pipe. But like I feel like it was kind of bold for her to do, oh, I'm gonna put You All Over Me out, which is a much slower song than like Mr. Perfectly Fine. Mr. Perfectly Fine is like the angry Fearless, which is probably my favorite part of Fearless. Like romantic and angry are the two emotions that I really like from Fearless, I think, rather than the full on sad. So I'm kind of like glad that it's not like a ballad, that it's more of a like let's just vibe. And I do wonder if the instrumentation was quite like it was like when she originally recorded it. Like I wonder if like she's updated it to a 2021 like version of it or if she completely reworked it. I'm curious. If you know, please let me know. I don't know how you would know, but like I would love to hear. But yeah, it definitely gets me excited to get into the rest of these vault tracks. Definitely much more upbeat than You All Over Me. And while I did like You All Over Me, like Mr. Perfectly Fine is definitely the one that stands out between the two. Anyway, let's get into the rest of the vault tracks. I will see you at midnight. And we're back. It is midnight, and the whole Taylor's version has been released. You can bet that I'm going to be playing it all on repeat today. But before we do that, let's listen to the final four, vault tracks. Next up, we have We Were Happy. Okay, so it's a little bit slower sounding. Before I had somewhere to be. We were happy. We snuck into the circus. We were happy. Who's supplementing her vocals? Is this the one that Keith Urban is giving supplementary vocals but not being credited? Her voice sounds so youthful, like it was from back then. And we were happy. Ooh, I love how we kind of shifted. This is kind of giving a little bit like country red vibes. This farm we were gonna buy. Oh, Mary. Ooh, calm, almost folky ending. So that was We Were Happy, and that's a sad song. Yeah, that's a sad song. I still think it's a little more upbeat than You All Over Me, but like honestly, I haven't really listened to You All Over Me that much. Like I enjoyed it, but like time got away from me. It gives me a lot of later Taylor vibes for, in particular, like Soon You'll Get Better from Lover. Like the sonics of it very much clearly did that. I mean, it's not nearly that sad of a song. It's not about like her mother's cancer. Like it's, more about like her thinking that she was going to be happy with this person. It also gives me The Moment I Knew vibes, and I also picked up Starlight not in any sonic way, but with them saying that they were sneaking out and sneaking into the circus. Like that made me think of when they're like snuck into a yacht club party pretending to be a duchess and a prince. Like I got that. The Moment I Knew, like especially with and I would have been so happy. I think that's when I think of happy, when like Taylor Swift, like I think of how she says happy in that. I mean, I guess happiness also exists off of Evermore, but like those are just the things that came to my head. It definitely gave like still country era, but like definitely gave the sonics of some later albums as well, like Red and Lover. It's definitely not the in your face, upbeat, Mr. Perfectly Fine, but like I can definitely see me playing this song when I'm sad. Yeah, it's a sad song. You know, she really was like, yeah, a lot of these extra songs were gonna be like sad and angry songs, too many breakup songs. So, like, you know, we're in for a good cry tonight. Track number 24 is That's When featuring Keith Urban. I haven't really listened to much of Keith Urban, so I'm interested to see what we have. Okay, it's kind of has a groovier beat. Need some time, need some space to think about all of this. Oh, that felt very folklorian. Oh, this is giving me August very much. I'll let you in when I see your face. Oh, I was not ready for Keith. Okay, I heard you doing background there. Maybe that's when, like, I'll forgive you. I think that's what she's going at. When you were gone, did you ever think of me? That's when I miss you. This is a makeup song, actually. So that was That's When featuring Keith Urban, and wow, I actually really enjoyed that song. It definitely gave me some nostalgia. I kind of got a similar vibe that I would get when I listened to Life as a Highway by Rascal Flatts or whoever is singing it. The one I am more familiar with is Rascal Flatts because it's the Cars movie soundtrack. But like, yeah, I really enjoyed listening to the song. It definitely felt straight out of the 2000s, if that makes sense. Like, it felt like pure nostalgia, like something I had heard before, even though I haven't heard this song before. Like, it felt very like throwback nostalgic, and it fit really well. I think it kind of like fits a little bit in her more folk vibes. Like, it's not like it's country radio, not like drunk country, not like very twangy country, but like driving car country, if that makes sense. Like, it feels that vibe. And Keith Urban's voice, actually, I don't mind it at all. I think it sounds really good. I didn't really know much about his voice, but their voices complemented each other really well. His voice is not as deep as her more recent male singing collaborations. So I liked that difference. I think it works with the lighter beat. I don't think a Bon Iver would have been great for a song like this. I don't think like the National would have been good for a song like this. So I like it was a good choice. Like, I think Keith Urban really fits this fearless country vibe a lot better. And yeah, I like the song. It's a makeup song. It's when I like see your face, like I know that I'm gonna have to let you in the door. And so it's really sweet. Like, that's kind of sweet. I don't know why the song would have been cut then. Maybe they just were like, oh, we don't need any more duets. We want, you know, Taylor Swift to shine through, which I will say I normally do like a lot more of her solo stuff rather than her collaborations. But I think also that like the song is really enjoyable. Like, I can definitely see this being played on radio, and like it's definitely complements the album. Like, it's definitely that young, wild, free feeling, and it's also not redundant in any way because it's not really a sad song. It's not really a breakup song. Like, it's a, you know, building, and you know, maybe they didn't want to show that maturity, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on why you think the song wasn't there before. But I really like how it turned out, and I'm glad that it got the proper marination until 2021 to, you know, give us that blast of nostalgia. And, you know, I don't know if this collaboration would have happened otherwise. Track number 25, that is Don't You, which doesn't have a feature, but I'm still nevertheless very excited for it. It's the song that I was like, I feel like this one will be my favorite just by the title alone. Okay. It's got some more synths to it. Okay. Hey. I didn't mean to stare. I'm sure she'll make you happy. Don't say you miss me if you don't want me again. I'm hoping this song's gonna build its production. Hey, I got my wish granted. Sometimes I really wish I could hate you. My heart knows what the truth is. Yes, Taylor. Me and ask me how I've been. Well, I love you so much, so why don't you? I love that wordplay. Oh, you heard those muffled vocals? I love that. You don't want me again. Just beautiful. So that was Don't You, and I won. I did. I said that's gonna be my favorite. I think it is. That or Mr. Perfectly Fine, or That's When, oh, it makes me antsy to just pick a favorite. But like this one kind of like struck me immediately. Like it's a very different production wise. Like it feels almost like retro throwback, like dance hall, like I don't know, like a 70s or 80s vibe, like slow dance type of song. Like I get very much a Mirrorball almost, like a little different in production, like definitely clear, more pure production than a Mirrorball, which feels more like vintage record vibes. But like I really vibed with it, and there's some really good lines on it. Don't say you miss me if you don't want me again. Like, yes, tell him. Like, don't pretend that you still want me, because it's clear that he broke things off. And so, yeah, I'm glad that she's asserting herself and being like, you know, I still love you, so why don't you? And if you don't, then don't mess with me. I don't want to be just friends. I don't want you to pretend that you still have feelings for me if you don't. Like, get out, please. And yeah, I really like that song. Sonically, it's just so cool and so different. And I don't know, it makes me feel like this, especially with the Mr. Perfectly Fine and That's When, and really all the new songs that I've heard tonight, like it makes it feel like we're getting almost like a new album. Not necessarily a new album, but like we're not just coming here for the re-recordings, that we're also getting the vault tracks, and that the vault tracks are like super valuable, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously everything that Taylor Swift puts her pen on is going to be valuable, but like she's really made it worth our while to stream this version. And I like that we're getting these new songs because we're getting, you know, new energy, and I love it. Like, this is such a good song. I already know I'm going to be playing it regularly. It's definitely already a top tier. I know that for sure. Track number 26. Last track on this album is Bye Bye Baby. I wonder how she's going to say bye to us. Oh, it kind of just really sunk us into this, like, I don't know, lo-fi sound? The rain didn't soak through my clothes. Oh, I love that can't. Bye bye, baby. All I have is your sympathy. Wow. Back to your hesitation. Ooh, I love this storytelling. You took me home, but you just couldn't keep me. Oh my god, this bridge would have been memorable, like if it came out in 2008. Like, astounding. Want you bad beds come down to nothing. Oh, I love that vocal run right there. That was beautiful. You took me home, I thought you were gonna keep me. Ooh, flip of the script. Oh, bye bye, baby. So that was Bye Bye Baby, and what a way to end the album with, you know, a ballad saying bye to a baby. Her baby, rather, not like an infant. Uh, anyway, yeah, so I really like that song. Songwriting, killer. Are we surprised? No, it's Taylor Swift. But I feel like this is one of those types of songs where it's like the songwriting is key. If she wasn't a good songwriter, like it wouldn't be that great of a song. Like the sonics are simplified to showcase her, you know, songwriting ability and just to capture all the emotion in her voice, all her lyrics, and she does it flawlessly. So it's a really good song. I really like it. Is it going to be my exact number one favorite of these new songs? No. Uh, but I think it's just because since originally discovering Taylor Swift, especially during the Fearless era, like since then I've definitely grown accustomed more into sonically distinct like songs. And like sonically, this song is not that big in terms of like it's not revolutionary. It's like, you know, a nice chill like country pop vibe. And I do really like it and I definitely will listen to it regularly, but I don't expect it to be like, oh, this is my definitely my most played of the six. You know what I mean? Like it sounds enjoyable and I think I'm going to really enjoy it. I think if I'm ever going through a breakup, like I'm definitely going to turn into the song because it's a good song. And I think it's a good way to end the album. It's a different way to end the album. It definitely feels more mature, I guess, which is like, I guess, a reflection of, you know, re-recording. Now she's like 31 versus like when she originally was, you know, making this album, she was like 18 and she ended the album with Change. I was like, these things will change. And like, which is such an uplifting message. And I think the song ends up being like uplifting in that, you know, she no longer has to deal with this guy, this trifling person. But like ultimately it definitely has, you know, more bittersweet and melancholy than I feel like Change does, which Change just feels like really like euphoric and like these things will change and we are the revolution. And I like that. But it's a different vibe, you know, it's a different vibe for a different time, especially in a pandemic where we're having a much more feelings of like bittersweetness. I feel like some people have enjoyed sometimes in their pandemic, but it's also all overshadowed by the pandemic. So like it's a song that I feel like we need at this time. Like it's a song that you can cry to. It's a song that you can feel like passionate about. And I think that's what Taylor Swift, especially during the Fearless era, did really well in terms of her songwriting, is something that you can emotionally scream to. With that said, we have finished our vault track excursion and discovery, and I'm quite happy that I did that. Yeah, I think listening to them, I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know. I feel like You All Over Me like was just so like chill and not the song I would have released if I was saying, oh, I'm releasing 6 never heard before tracks. Not because I didn't like You All Over Me, but it's just so quiet and slow, and I thought that's what the rest of them would be. I felt like because it was a ballad that she released, that the rest of these would be ballads. And while that's a really like lovely thing to get from Taylor, it's hard for me to just react to pure ballads like all in a row, like talking about each of them. And I like that. I was pleasantly surprised that I love that we got, you know, the Mr. Perfectly Fine, which is the very like angry, like bitter vibes. And then we got the Don't You, which has just a really cool sonic appeal. And then we get like throwback Rascal Flatts-esque with That's When. And yeah, we got a lot of different vibes. And I appreciate that because I thought that with how we had gotten You All Over Me, that it might just all be a very similar vibe. And then, you know, I guess that her team had, I don't want to say that they had been in the right, but like that's what I had kind of like thought, oh, these are like, they were unheard for a reason. And I don't see any reason why these tracks should not have been, released at some point, because they're so good. Like, it's Taylor Swift. They were obviously going to be really good. But like, these songs are, they hold their own against some of the tracks that were made in the final cut, or at least against like the platinum edition. Like, I don't want to say I don't want to roast some of the songs in the platinum edition, but I'm not really a big Untouchable or Coming with the Rain or Superstar fan. And I would probably have preferred probably all these vault tracks to any of those. Not saying that they're bad songs, and if you like those songs, I understand as a Swiftie that if someone trashes a song that you love of hers, like, it'll hurt emotionally. So I don't want to say that in a bad way, but I feel like with how well the platinum edition did, she could have even had another edition that came out. Like, I feel like our team could have just made a lot more profit with that at that point. But that's aside. We're way beyond 2008 and we're into 2021, and this sounds amazing. I love this. I'm definitely going to, after I upload this video, I will be listening to this whole album on repeat regularly. Like, yeah, if you don't see me for a hot minute, it'll be sorry listening to Fearless Taylor's version hardcore. I would love to hear your thoughts on the album, on the new tracks, on certain re-recordings. I'm not going to react to it for y'all because that's a freaking long album and would be a long thing to edit, and I just don't think it'll ultimately be worth it. But like, if there's some big changes in some of the production, like, that you want to talk about in the comments below, feel free to. I'll be more than happy to engage in discourse down below. And also, just like, which picks do you think should have been on the standard? Which one of them should have been originally on the deluxe? Like, I would love to hear your ranking of Fearless. Like, there's some amazing songs on here. There's not really any that are like bad by any means, but like, I definitely think there's a hierarchy involved. With that said, of the vault tracks, here are some of my favorites. So the top tier, the songs that I love, songs that stand out to me, songs I'm going to play over and over again. Songs in the middle are songs that I like. I'll add them to my playlist, but they won't get played nearly as much as the top. And I already know that there's not going to be any at the bottom, so I'm not going to say there's none that are not really my thing. It'll just be, a difference between those songs I love that Taylor made and the songs that I like and I vibe with. So yeah, we shall see. Remember, we all have our opinions, and it's okay. We're human. I can't imagine any Swiftie having the exact same song ranking ever. I mean, it must exist, but like, it feels like snowflakes. Like, I've never seen two of a kind. If you like this video, please like it, please comment down below what you'd like for me to react or listen to next. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be. And thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later.
It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles don't need to know why. Smile big